All right, are you Dylan Wilkinson?
No.
And Mr. Wilkinson is charged in cause number 250260 with deadly conduct, discharging a firearm. And Ms. Holmes has filed a motion asking that I reduce the bond, which is currently set at $100,000. There was a non-appearance, is that correct? A bond forfeiture for non-appearance.
And that's what we'll address here, because he bonded out in Smith County, so he actually did post a bond, but Jefferson County apparently didn't get word of it. So he was in custody in Smith County, posted bond, but still had the warrant here. And so when he came to Jefferson County, he was rearrested. And then it was set at 100,000.
But I show there was a bailiff's call. There was a court date set. Yeah, there was a court date set that on May 19th of 2025. There was a court date and a bailiff's call, and he was not here.
I never knew it. Per the bondsman, after I had spoken to her, she said, basically she told me on the ISTC phones up there at the jail when I got arrested this time, she said that Jefferson County was highly pissed I had gotten, I was able to make bail, and that for 4 months that they had not known that I was out on bail. And then she said I needed to take care of the stuff in Jefferson County and that she was no longer my bail bondsman. And that was the last time I spoke to her.
She doesn't get to say that, so, but that's why you probably didn't get
That's what she
notice
told
of
me.
it. This is from a Big Green Bail Bonds
That's the woman I had spoken to.
in Tyler.
Yeah,
Okay,
Because I wasn't sure
yeah,
why.
that's Smith County.
I wasn't
Tyler,
exactly sure why I was rearrested again, and she never really could give me a straight answer.
and she never told you about a court date.
No, ma'am. And you're saying I had a court date on what date you said?
May 19th.
Yes, ma'am, I had a court date.
What were you arrested for in Smith County?
The charge from here.
That's what he turned himself in Smith County, thinking he posted the bond, but
Okay.
I don't know.
And the initial bond that they set, I guess, did they set it or did I?
They said it. They're.
That was 10,000. Let me read this real quick. They also did file an AFRS to get off the bond. But the bond forfeiture overrode that, so that might be why she. For everyone's information, I'm reviewing the probable cause affidavit, which obviously makes me have some concern on what the allegations are that you did. So where do you live?
I'm going to be staying with my mother.
With your mom?
Yes, ma'am.
Where's that?
1 street over for Brinkman Drive in PA.
In Port Arthur?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the address?
3965 13th Street.
396532.
And what is your mom's name?
Monica Osman.
What's the last name?
Osman, Ozmun.
Is there any criminal history that you know of?
There's a misdemeanor DWI conviction and a very extensive juvenile history from Henderson County.
Okay.
Several adjudications from unauthorized use of motor vehicle and burglary vehicle.
And I'm-
The judge starts digging into background criminal history, prior conduct, and where the defendant plans to live. They're about risk. Risk to the public, risk of reoffending, and risk of not showing up to court. And notice how the judge flags juvenile history.
And I believe those were over 10 years ago.
It can't be that long ago because he's
25.
Okay.
I think they're
Yeah.
around 2015.
Okay.
And the complainant, is my understanding, she doesn't live here, she lives, in the reports that state she lives around like the Dallas area, like Kemp, Texas, where is that? I think that's up near the Dallas area.
Okay.
There's two complainants.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's one here and one there.
Yes, Your Honor.
but the girlfriend lives up near the Dallas area.
Haley Murph.
Yes, ma'am.
When's the last time you had contact with her?
It's been at least 9 months to a year. I haven't spoken to her since well over last year. I don't know whereabouts, I don't know where she's at. Last time I heard anything, someone had told me that she was engaged and moving to Colorado.
Second. And do you know this Samantha Grant?
No ma'am, I've never met her before.
Mr. Nichols, what's your position?
Whatever the court decides as far as the bond, I just ask it to be sufficient to make sure he appears. I'll let the court know there's some cooperation issues with the girlfriend of the victim, but I have seen nothing to concern the other victims, so I intend to push this case forward, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Mr. Wilkinson, I'm going to grant the motion to reduce your bond. I'm going to reduce your bond to $30,000. If you make that bond, there are several important conditions of it. The first is that you have absolutely no contact, no communication in any way. That's obviously in person, but it also means through social media, sending messages through other people, anything like that, with either Haley Murph or Samantha Grant.
Yes ma'am.
Also, you are going to be ordered as a condition of that bond to live with your mom, Monica Usman, at 3965 13th Street, and that is the only place you can live. You cannot move unless you ask my permission. You're also going to be required to wear a GPS monitoring device at all times and remain in Jefferson County unless you have my permission. Do you understand that as well?
Yes ma'am.
All right, any other conditions or?
I think that'll do it, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes ma'am, if you can.
Okay, so, he does have a job that requires travel, Your Honor.
Even when it's old. The judge reduces the bond from $100,000 to $30,000. But listen carefully. This is not a free pass. Miss one condition, and this deal disappears fast.
How would that work as far as, do we need to
I need
contact
this.
the court?
Yep. I want specific information about, you need to get that to Ms. Holmes. And so if you make that bond, a couple things will happen. One, if you make the bond, you need to know now that you will be required to at least try to hire your own lawyer. So that's something you'll need to keep in mind. Ms. Holmes will stay your lawyer unless that happens. But as soon as you get out, if you have a job that requires travel, you need to let her know, employer, get something in writing, where you go, things like that. She'll get it to me through a memo with Mr. Nichols involved in it, and then I'll say yes or no to that. You cannot leave unless you have my permission, so you've got to stay in touch with her. She gets to me, and then you'll see if you, and I mean, we want you working. I just need to know where and what the company is and all that kind of stuff. Okay?
Yes ma'am.
All right, you can go back with the bailiff.